Do you think people try to be too perfect with their videos?
Your limiting beliefs, like in the sense of like, maybe this isn't going to work, maybe this is not, maybe this is sucks, maybe this is...
It comes down to people being really self-conscious, you know, not, oh, I don't look good, I'm this, I'm that, the lighting doesn't look good, it's not professional, getting in their own way. Here's some advice I would love to give you about a personal brand. Don't be...
Life would be so uncomfortable with that facade. Everything is shit in some way. Being fat is hard. Having a six-pack is hard. Everything has some level of hard. Pick your fucking heart.
Everything worth doing takes effort. Ever since I started building a personal brand, I've had people nervous coming up to me to talk. It's like, oh man, I can't believe I'm actually meeting. I've watched all your videos. You know, this is so cool. I'm meeting you in person.
It's the impact you don't realize. One video could impact someone in a way.
Why do you think that 95% of people out there, business owners specifically, are not building a personal brand? Do you know what's going to be sick?
What?
When you get a Lambo and then you take a photo in front of it, like when you rock up to the office and you got your new Lambo and you take a photo up in the front of it and you're like, hey, you want this? You just got to do what I do and be inspirational and be amazing. And one day you too can have a Lamborghini.
I can't wait for people to take photos in front of it.
Even more so. Just like, hey.
Let's zoom in on the plate.
Yep.
Zoom in on the
I can't wait to charter a jet and then just take photos so I can post it on my social media account so people can see me flying a jet.
Oh, you're going to fly it?
No, not flying. Probably won't fly.
What?
I'll just be a passenger.
On the ground?
Yeah.
Photoshop the window. Oh,
that was me shooting.
Speaking of jets, right? Now, by the time this episode airs, we're going to be in these states.
We'll be jet setting away.
I found out a really interesting fact.
Did you? Before you get into your interesting fact, like, you're a bit concerned that all these fucking planes in America are just blowing up and crashing into each other and fucking helicopters coming left and right.
This is not a verified statement, but I want to believe it. And it's this. It's about that. So did you know that every single issue that's happened with the plane, apparently, female pilot.
Come on.
Every single one, dude.
Come on.
I'm just saying, people are going publicly and saying, I haven't done any research. I haven't looked into it. Seems true.
Seems true.
It just makes sense.
I'd believe it.
Yeah. You know, the plane that flipped, female pilot. Just trying to reverse park. No one got hurt in the plane. Apparently, seriously, all female pilots.
There you go. Can we verify that somehow?
Look, all I know is that if I sit on the plane...
picking up his laptop.
Do it. It's fact check. I got no idea. I just heard someone say it, and it was a very serious conversation.
What do? You're going to get on United Airlines and you see a female pilot?
Yeah, I'm getting off.
Yeah. Just that, look.
I'm not gambling.
Yeah.
With I'm not a punter. I'm not
Shit.
Not interested in that. But yeah, that was the fun fact. And am I concerned? No.
Me either.
What are you going to do? Like, if that happens...
A hell of a story. Make sure you post it to your social media account.
Yeah, why?
Because it's important to build a personal brand. Go out like in a blaze of glory.
Oh, like doing an IG live?
Yeah. Hey, everyone.
Do it.
Just been flown around by a female pilot.
Did you see how many... so that plane that flipped?
Yeah.
That person that recorded the video walking out of the plane? Yeah. You've seen that plane. So
yeah.
The video's gone viral.
Yeah.
Did you see how many shares he had on the video?
No.
Dude, it was like, I think it was like hundreds of millions of shares.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah. It was like an insane amount of, obviously everyone's like, whoa, dude.
Check this out.
It was like on every news thing, like, because did you see the way the lady groped?
I saw, no. See what?
Like there was a lady, so the plane's upside down.
Yeah.
And the lady's getting out of the plane and the other lady like kind of pushes her from the butt.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, whoa, like that was a bit, she really probably didn't even need to be touched.
Nah, I would have pushed her. I would have kicked her.
Yeah, and she was like...
Get the fuck out of the plane before it blows up. Move, bitch.
Yes.
Would you be there like grabbing your laptop? Hang on, I just get my phone. Hang on, drop my AirPods. Let me go get them because as we're barrel rolling down the
Me? Would I do any of that?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
Just let me out of this plane, man.
Yeah.
Like, what if the thing blows up? What if you're trying to get your laptop?
Exactly. People are fucking dumb.
Yeah. Just get us off this plane, dude. Get us out of here. Who was trying to get their laptop?
I heard that. I heard there was
really?
people trying to get their possessions.
Just get us off this thing.
Yeah,
dude.
I'd be the bloke at the back just flipping out, or at the front, because fuck, I'm going to fly at the back of the plane. What's wrong with you? Although I have heard it is the safest place to be seated.
I'm definitely
Yeah,
when I pick my seat, I'm definitely
definitely at the back. But anyway, I'd be that type of person that'd be like, "Oi, get the fuck out of the way!" Like I'd kick people. I'd kick.
yeah.
Without doubt.
I'd be very upset. I'm upset now hearing that it happened.
So yeah, I wouldn't though. I'd be the guy that got millions of views on my video for filming it though.
Because you know the power of building a personal brand.
That's right. That's right, which leads us into our amazing topic for today, and that is the power and the necessity, if you are in business today, to be building a personal brand. And so many people that we coach, that we mentor, like we do this at all of our events, and we'll tell, put your hand up if you've got a personal brand. And I don't mean one with you and your kids, and sometimes you take some photos on holidays and your food and all that sort of shit.
But that is a personal brand.
It is to a degree, but it's not as strategic. Like I'm talking
it's
a
definitely
proper
not.
business brand that you are doing for a purpose, not just, hey, check out my breakfast, my smashed avo. It is a genuine thing for us to generate revenue for the business. And it's very rare that people do that. I think it's less than 5% that put their hand up. Similar to when you say who's running paid ads at the moment. You're generally getting 5% or less of the room that run paid ads. And even the ones that are running paid ads, I've never come across someone that you've selected that says, and you do your example with them on stage where they go, wow, you're killing it. Like you're spending a decent amount on ad spend per month. They're always, how much are you spending? Oh, $250 a month. Like, okay. And I love the example you use too. It's like you have a big pot of soup and then you put a pinch of salt and then you try and see if you can taste the salt and nothing's there.
Yeah, dude, I've gotten, I reckon I've gotten very good at using analogies that are very
relevant.
Like I was talking, do you know what CRO is? Conversion rate optimization.
No.
Okay, so I'll give you an example. Conversion rate optimization is, this might go over everyone's head, but CRO is basically working on a website or landing page to help it convert better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you've got a landing page that's not converting, or a website and you're like, man, we get all this traffic, we don't really get any leads, you need a CRO expert.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to someone the other day and they're like, I got no idea what you're talking about. And I said, dude, it's like when you have a leak, you get a leak detection expert.
Yeah.
You don't go and say, go hire Joe Blow plumber.
Yeah.
You generally get the person who thinks, and then you get someone else to fix it.
Yeah.
This is the exact same thing. And I was explaining that to someone else. And he's like, I like that analogy. And I was like,
Thanks. Yeah, it's definitely, man, how good has it been 2 years of doing this? And you can start to refine so much of the process and how you teach people and how you go through that and show them the analogy, show them the logic behind the madness. It's not just acronyms.
but there's
Sort it
people
out.
that do that too.
Do which?
Talk marketing speak. Or talk.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
and
like
I don't
going
mind.
in and
I don't
saying-
mind marketing speak. I don't mind
No.
showcasing your intelligence in
Yeah.
that regard.
Yeah, but are you that intelligent if you didn't understand that the room wasn't going to understand?
You're just probably untrained.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, when it comes to
It's like you walking into a room and sitting there. I don't know what you'd say. These studs in the wall are not straight.
straighten them.
Yeah. Straight in the studs and the walls.
Do it now.
Is that builder speak?
No,
Is that?
I thought you were wearing a hard hat for a second.
Surf all.
So, yeah, well, I mean, a way for you to communicate that too is through a personal brand. You don't necessarily have to be speaking on stage. You can still be a person of authority just from speaking into a camera. Why do you think that 95% of people out there, business owners specifically, are not building a personal brand? Why do you think it is? And when I say personal
There's a
brand,
few
I don't
reasons.
mean like you've got one profile for your company and then you're the face of that profile. That's not a personal brand. I mean, your brand is Robby Chakere, George Passos. That is your personal brand. Why don't people build it? 95, as I said, we've been in plenty of rooms across Australia, spoken in front of thousands of people now. Why don't they do it?
I think there's lots of reasons. I think
Let's go through the top 5 reasons why people don't do it, and then let's go through the top 5 reasons why they should do it.
Okay. I think effort is a big one.
Yep. So CBF.
It's effortful. CBF, that's the one, yeah. Has a very
If you don't know the acronym, Google it.
professional term.
Yeah.
I think another one is like fear of camera.
I think that's a huge one too.
Yeah.
It comes down to people being really self-conscious. not, oh, I don't look good. I'm this, I'm that. The lighting doesn't look good. It's not professional. Getting in their own way.
Yeah.
Do you think people try to be too perfect with their videos?
I think that probably touches on what you just said. Because if you're trying to be too perfect, well, why?
And also
What do
your
they think about
interpretation
them?
and my interpretation of that is going to be different as well.
Yeah. Yeah. But to them, it's perfect to them, not perfect to you.
Yeah.
I had one and I just forgot. Oh, like your limiting beliefs? Like in the sense of like, maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe this is not, maybe this is sucks. Maybe this is not worth the effort.
Yeah, because as well, it's...
Or maybe I'm not as smart. What if someone
That's a good one.
caught out?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? What if someone knows more than me?
I had a builder do that to me once.
Dude, I saw this post today on LinkedIn where this guy said, so Doge, the whole thing, this is, do you ever get caught in LinkedIn conversations?
Not really.
Dude, I just...
Big fan of LinkedIn.
Big shout out to LinkedIn.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. I've been, going hard at it for the last 8 hours. Got this black dude who likes all my shit. I'm freaking out.
Sick. Loves it. He came to the Success Conference.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember because he added me.
What was I going to say? Yes.
Doge.
So this guy put up a post saying, blah, blah, blah. Would Doge be good for Australia? You know what Doge is?
No, tell me.
The Department of Government Efficiency?
Yeah, that's what, what's his name?
So they're pulling apart all the government spending, the government budgets, and they're like finding out that there was $250 million on transsexual animals, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, just stupid things.
Stupid shit.
Stupid things.
US aid, they thought it was like helping stuff, but apparently it's like, it stands for something. I can't remember what it stands for, but it stands for something else that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
But the way it's, anyway. So they're like, do you think we need that in Australia? We have one of the highest taxes in the world, and we have one of the highest taxes in the world, and we don't know where it's going. So do you think we need something like that in Australia so that the government's kept accountable?
Yeah.
And then some guy came and kind of corrected him, like really specifically, like you can tell this person works in tax.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And corrected him in a way, like an absolute douchebag. And it's like, people have that fear because he kind of shut his mouth after that. He was like, oh yeah, fair enough. Like, I didn't know that. Like, and it's like, why are you being a douche?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's a massive fear for why people don't make content because stuff like that happens. They'll go and make a claim. I do it all the time. Make massive,
just like massive female
pilots. Fact. Hey, were we right?
Oh shit, he's picking up the line.
You were incorrect.
There you go.
Most of them all have male names.
So what?
They might not identify.
Yeah, come on.
What's wrong with you in this day and age?
I want to know what their chromosomes were.
29th January, Captain Jonathan Campos.
Sounds like a chick.
Captain Alan Alejandro Montoya Parales.
Definitely a chick.
That's a long-ass name.
You said it
Joey
very well.
Vitosky.
Joey could be a girl.
Female parts,
yeah,
100%.
Vitosky.
100%. That's it. It's official. You heard it here first.
Spread the word.
Come and correct me, I dare.
And USAID means U.S. Agency for International Development.
Yes, which was the trans stuff.
Okay.
But you would think like it's like a thing of helping people.
Yeah.
It's not. Anyway, so yeah, I think people have a massive fear.
Yeah, I've been corrected. Oh, maybe I'm not the expert.
What if I'm wrong about this? Who cares? Who cares if I'm wrong?
I did something.
I don't go spewing facts down people's things. The female pilot thing's real. I don't go spewing facts down people's throats and say you have to believe this, you have to believe this, or I'm right. Like, you know what I mean? But like, who cares if you're wrong about something?
Big deal.
Aren't you wrong about something all the time? Everyone's wrong about
all the time.
All the time.
I could even be wrong about. I've put out content that I thought was true at the time, and then a year later said, like, how did I put that? That's just dumb.
Yeah,
experience I learned through that. And I was like, you know what? That's what I believed at the time. That's right. And then I've gone out there, learned things, and go, you know what? I've changed my belief. I used to believe this, and then that's how the video will go.
Yes,
I might repost that video and say, this is what I used to believe. What an idiot. Yeah, and go back and do content like that.
You want to see something pretty cool? You want to talk about?
Of course I do. Changing
your mind and learning from what you thought you knew.
Of course I do.
You seem very excited.
I can't wait.
So, who's the biggest personal brand you know?
as in that I follow or that I actually know personally?
Either one.
I don't know. Man, I don't know. There's so many. Kim Kardashian.
No, like someone in the business world.
Oh, in the business world, I'd say Grant Cardone, Alex Hormozy,
Alex-
most American type people.
What's Alex Hormozy's episode 8, which was aired in 2017 called? I forgot you're 40.
Yeah, I know. I need glasses. Episode 8, Stop Branding.
Stop branding.
Yeah.
And he goes, that was like, I thought branding was a waste of time.
Yeah.
But he learned from it the
Yeah,
same way
absolutely.
we do.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean?
He did a
That's-
whole episode on that.
Whole episode, a whole 15 minutes
Yeah.
talking about female pilots. And
You've harping on about that today. You're upset.
I just care about the people and their safety.
That's right. I think also people would be fearful of coming across like an egomaniac, like I don't want to build a personal brand because people think like I love myself. Sort of that embarrassment aspect of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm embarrassed to do that because people will think, oh, I'm just doing it because I want to be famous. I want to be an influencer. But you are influencing people and their decision to do business with you. People buy from people. This is why it's so critically important. And it's amazing ever since I started building a personal brand, particularly let's go over the last couple of years. So since we've been doing this podcast, since we've been doing live events, we've gone harder on our personal brand. And I've had so many people come up to me at events go, man, like I've had people nervous coming up to me to talk. And it's like, oh man, I can't believe I'm actually meeting. I've watched all your videos. You know, this is so cool. I'm meeting you in person. I'm like, hey, cool. Thanks, man. But relax. What's your question? And then on top of that as well, it's my ability to influence them and have an impact on their life. And I've never met them before, ever. And as a result of that, it builds trust, it builds rapport, and then they're able to do business with me. And I'm able to help them along the way too. I think it's a no-brainer these days. Even if I was just doing the construction business, I still think it's critically important. Me going out there and putting construction-specific content out there to help owners, to help people go, well, this is it. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do that. Iggy, we're going to do a video one day. I'm going to make it about... He's not even listening. He's trying to find more female pilots.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it about, these are the things that you, and I've done this before, but I'll do an updated one. Like as an owner, this is what you need to look out for as a builder, looking when selecting a builder. Like,
I
look
used
for
that
these
video
5
as an
things.
ad for ages.
Yeah, that's right. But these are 5 things, but I'll update that now because it's changed since the last time I did it. So, hey, these are 5 things that you need to do when selecting a builder, right? Understand this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then how much benefit, like I'm telling clients how to select other builders. Hope you select me, but go select other builders to do their job. How much credibility does that give you? Heaps of credibility, heaps of rapport. There are so many things that you can utilize that as in your organization and business.
I was going to add something to say to that, but I can't remember what it was now.
Is this for reasons why people don't do it? Why they don't build a personal brand?
What were you saying before that?
Come on, man. We're speaking about a lot of things.
Anyway, I think people are very fearful.
Yeah, I really do. I think that's what gets in their way more than anything else is the fear of being on camera. Like I've met people who have like a full phobia of it. Like they start to stutter when the camera's on and can't do this.
Yeah, and I've got people who like they speak perfectly well.
Yeah.
The suit like hit go, and all of a sudden like freeze
Yeah.
like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, like just talk conversationally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And who's another thing?
You get better at it too, by the way. Like the more you do it.
Communicating is a skill as well.
Yeah. Yeah, get trained in it.
Yeah, get your vocabulary up.
Mm.
If you say the same word, like if you say apparently or actually over and over and over, yeah,
like,
yeah, you know what I mean? It's
Ums and ahs.
people pick up on that.
I used to do it. I think I used to do it a lot more than I do now. Where I used to say ums and ahs. I notice I don't do that as much in videos.
But that's comfort.
When you're saying ums and ahs,
Yeah. No. When you don't, because you don't feel like you need to
to pause.
fill the blank.
Yeah, fill the blank. Sorry.
Yeah.
A pause
You
is
can
better
pause
than
silently.
that. Yeah, a pause is much better than that. I've even noticed it in podcasts, listening back to episodes that we speak about. I don't say as many ums and ahs as I used to back in the day. And again, this is because we've been trained in that space.
Yeah.
But I try and figure.
A lot of episodes too, dude. Like fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done quite a few.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But it's also even the stage stuff too. I've always noticed
seriously,
again,
yeah.
we're because we'll watch footage back of when we're on stage, and again, your message just comes across.
tape.
Yeah, it comes across so much more impactful when you win that game as well.
When you don't,
When you're just communicating really clearly and really well, using tonality.
okay, so for someone who's listening to this and says, "Fuck," they know why I'm not making some brand stuff. Because we probably hit one of the reasons. Man, I feel like I had a reason, but I can't remember what it is.
We'll come back to it. It's all right.
All right.
We'll come back to it. So, what are the reasons we should be building a personal brand?
What are they? You go.
I'll tell you.
I started the last one.
Yeah, money.
Money?
Money. You can make some serious coin. You could sell. I did this during COVID. A couple things I did actually. Once a week, I would jump on my company brand, not my personal brand, because back then I wasn't building personal brand as much. But just when COVID started, I jumped on and did a live video on my Pascon feed for an hour. And the engagement was fantastic. People were jumping on and watching it every single week. And there was one lady, she goes, I'm not even in, she reshared it. She goes, I'm not even in construction, but I enjoy just listening to him talk about all the things and challenges he's going through. I probably should have kept it going. You know, it would have been I think it would have been really, looking back in hindsight, I think it would have been really impactful during that time and made some traction with it.
Hindsight's a beautiful thing.
It is, absolutely. But also when I started Builder Elite, again during COVID, I did a video and it was a COVID policy that I'd put together for the company. And this is pre-chat GPT as well, guys. So it wasn't like I went in there and said, make me a COVID policy for my employees. But I made a policy that it was, again, through my own experiences, through the information that I'd gathered, that I then did a Instagram live, I think it was on my personal brand. I think about 20, 30 people had tuned in. And then at the end of it, I said, you know what, guys? And I thought about this as I was doing it. Okay, if anyone that's interested, shoot me a DM and I go, for $200, I'll send you this policy. And I sold four policies.
How good.
I made $800 in the blink of an eye. The blink of an eye. And it's like, imagine you can capitalize on that. So $800, 4 people said, yes, I want to give you money because A, you've given me value over the course of this last 30 minutes. And B, you're a person of authority. You obviously know what you're talking about. And I'm willing to give you my money. Let's go. Now imagine you can capitalize on that and grow from there and so on and so forth. It's an opportunity for you to get more revenue in your business. And sometimes indirectly, not always directly like that. We say, hey, I've got this, buy it. But it can also be indirectly through someone's watching your videos for a year and then they go, I'm making a decision to come and build with you. I'm making a decision to do business with you. I'm making a decision to come to one of your events. And they invest their time, they invest their money.
Yeah, I definitely think that is, you reckon it's the number one?
Oh no, just 5 things.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
Okay.
it's not a precedence. But I'd say another thing would also be is making yourself an authority. It helps in making yourself an authority in your field because you are by default probably an expert in your field if you're a business owner. Generally, you've done some push-ups to get to a position where you open up your own business. You don't finish uni, then open business.
I tell people all the
finish
time,
TAFE
man,
or
people
whatever.
don't know what you know.
Yes.
Like you've got some level of a wealth of knowledge.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. And, you know, start small. Like you don't have to go in and talk about how to broker a multi-million-dollar deal. Okay? Say, this is how I got the best deal on coffee cups for my cafe. Just like something simple. I'd probably watch that.
I'd watch it too. I'll buy heaps of coffee cups.
I'd buy coffee cups and sell it to them.
Yeah.
But this is what I mean. You might be able to do a video like that. And this is how I've been able to save $5,000 a year just by changing this about my coffee cups.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Yeah, absolutely. At the very beginning, you're probably going to suck. Like, give yourself that permission to be shit. You're probably not going to be the greatest piece of content you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, and also, what's the alternative though? Like, no, these videos are the same as when I first started.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's a horrible thing.
At our last event, I actually updated the slides and I just wanted to show people, check out my very first video that I ever posted about me speaking to camera. And I remember, I look back at that and I'm like fidgeting, I'm wearing a jacket, I'm in a side office, the audio is shit, the colors aren't great, it's in red and it's like danger and it's like, it didn't look great. And then I go, check out this video. And then it's Iggy's filmed it, it's edited, it's got flashing neon signs everywhere, just like $1 Million Days neon sign. It's got different camera angles. I'm speaking clearly. I'm speaking to camera. I'm mic'd up. I'm dressed nice. And it's a real professional piece of footage. But I had to start with the shit. Don't get me wrong. Someone could still watch that and get a benefit out of watching that and go, okay, yeah, I completely agree with the point of view you're saying. Or no, I completely don't. Accept the criticism too. I get people that will say, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I say, yeah, cool, I appreciate that point of view, but have you thought of this? And then often like when you don't attack them back, sometimes people are just dicks and you got to realize that too.
Yeah.
You don't attack them back and you say, hey, I appreciate your point of view, but have you thought about this?
I always attack back.
It depends how they're attacking first.
I was
if
going to
it's-
attack the guy who
if
attacked
it's-
someone on LinkedIn. I was gonna,
You should have. It depends how they respond to the piece of content. Like if they're just being blatantly like rude and ignorant and just trying to cause like a keyboard warrior, like you get those guys. You need to be able to deal with them.
Yes.
You're telling me you don't get difficult people in your business? Comes in a rude customer that, you know, comes and throws in the coffee and says, this is the worst coffee from Macca's Ararat I've ever had in my life. Would they ever say something like that? I don't know.
I mean, would that ever happen? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that may or may not have ever happened.
You would only know if you.
Listened to this podcast. You'd only know if you were subscribed to this podcast, more importantly, because that's actually the third thing for you to build a personal brand.
Yeah, subscribers.
Yeah, subscribe to this podcast.
Yeah.
Subscribe to this podcast because it'll help you get more subscribers because you will learn knowledge bombs and things that you can implement into your personal brand that will help your business. And yes, you can get subscribers. I've got recently, what's it called? What's it called when you subscribe on, people can subscribe to your content on Instagram? What's it called?
Subscribers.
Is that what it is? It's not some special name.
It's called subscribers.
Oh, is it cool?
Yeah.
You can subscribe to me on LinkedIn. I have
So you've got
zero
that?
content on there
You've
at
got
the
it?
moment, but I'm going to do it.
All right, I'll subscribe.
Oh, thanks, bro. $3.95 a month or a week. No, it's a month.
Do you take cash?
I'll only take cash.
Okay.
Don't EFT me. So, yeah, I haven't put any content out, but I will on that and say, cool, this is an opportunity for you to ask me questions. And all you do is pay $3.95 and I'll answer any single question you want a month.
Are you
Cheaper than
on,
OnlyFans.
Are you on Manict?
No, I'm not. But,
What are you on?
I've just never had the urge to download it. But it was cool that time you told me Patrick Bet David responded to your question. That was really cool.
Yeah. I'm on it.
Yeah. Have you used it outside of speaking to Patrick Bet David?
I'm speaking to one other guy on it.
Yeah. Was that beneficial?
I can't remember what he said, so probably not.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we've gone through three things, including
Yeah.
subscribing to this podcast.
Yeah.
What's another reason why you should build your personal brand? Oh, I would say your collaboration with your company brand. Okay.
the person behind the brand?
That's right. You can have content that suits both. So, for example, if you go onto my personal brand, you'll see links there for Builder Elite and Pascon. You'll see them. Hey, I am director of these two companies. If you go onto my company brands, it will link back to me as well. So you can cross collaborate between the companies and the organization. So if ever, the team ever posts a photo of me on the Pascon social media pages, they can tag me and vice versa, depending how the content goes. So there is that potential to cross collaborate. You are also, as a personal brand, worth something monetarily. If you build a strong enough personal brand, you are worth something monetarily. People can pay you to endorse their product. People can pay you to be wearing certain things or buying or being seen to use certain things. You could be sponsors. You could be, you can do associate marketing, right? So Mercedes could give you a car to drive around because of the person that you are and the influence that you have in the industry. I tried that once, actually. I spoke to a Mercedes dealer and said, hey, give me a free car and I'll do a post. I'll give you a plug.
Yeah. I'll
As
tag
stupid
you.
as it
I'll
sounds.
tag you on my Instagram.
Yeah, but as stupid as that sounds, I was trying to do some form of collaboration with him because car dealerships do that all the time. Do you think-
dude. I
do
know.
you think fucking Beck Judge pays for her Range Rover? No, she doesn't. She'll get that given to her as a result of her strong personal brand that she has created over the last however many years.
Does she have a big personal brand?
I believe so, yeah. She'd have hundreds of thousands of followers. I don't know how many. I don't really go on. But again, you look at Kim Kardashian. She'll do a post. She's doing a collaboration with Nike at the moment. Like she'll make Bank on that. So that's not to say you're necessarily going to go out there and become sponsored by Nike, by Bunnings, by whoever it's going to be. But it is the opportunity that will create where you can collaborate with other businesses.
700,000.
There you go. Like that's a decent amount of followers. And obviously that brand, being Land Rover or any other brand that collaborates with her, sees the value in giving them a product for them to be associated with that person. I've had companies reach out to me before. I think it was a shoe company. I can't remember which one, like that did work boots. And like, hey, do you want a free set of work boots? And anyone that uses your discount code, you'll get 20% off. And I was like, no, thanks for the offer, but no, not really interested at this stage. I just didn't want it. I didn't feel it. That's the thing. You can make the choice as well. If you don't feel that it's in line with what you are about as a business owner, then you don't have to do it. But how cool is that to say someone has done this, someone has come here? Our events, we get sponsors for our events now. We never used to. When we first started, when we did the very first event, how many sponsors did we have that gave us money just to be there?
Zero.
No, like zero. We've now built a brand, from a personal brand to a business brand, that have collaborated with each other, that people want to be affiliated with me and with you. Because they go, yeah, we'll sponsor this event. We'll give you X amount of dollars to be a part of this event so we can have a banner there, so we can have a table in the corner, so we can be involved and associated with you. So on that basis alone, yes, the personal brand has directly resulted in revenue for myself and the businesses.
What about intrinsic value? Like not something physical.
Intrinsic value. Okay, you could change someone's life.
Yes, that's a massive one.
Yeah. Like think about, do you know who was really good at this? Rest in peace. Kerwin Ray.
Yeah.
I think Kerwin, and he did this strategically though, he put out a lot of content that wasn't business related. He put out content about how to discipline your kid, and it would get 50,000 views, 1 million views.
Yeah, but I don't see anything wrong with that because that's what he was doing.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Like that was his thing. He was a parent.
He was a parent, but he's appealing to the nature of, but so are 90% of the business owners out there. Like it's a fair assumption to assume you either have kids or are going to have kids one day. And because he's on stage, it's a fucking fair assumption.
What do you reckon? What percentage of people have kids?
At least 94%.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Minimum.
Fact check.
Minimum. Iggy fact check.
100%. 100%. 94% of people on the planet have kids.
94% of people on the planet have kids. Can you fact check? That's what I've been told.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, like in the sense of reaching a bigger market.
But exactly, as a result of that, because he'll also get people that are not business owners, and say you're not, say my sister sees that piece of content, and then she's like, oh, my brother's a business owner. I like this photo. That's so true. And then she sends it to me. And she says, hey, check this guy out. Really cool. And they go, oh, wow. Start following. I go, wow, that's so true. I have kids. And then I go, like, oh, wow, he does events. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go to one of his events. Here's $2,500.
What's that got to do with changing someone's life?
What do you mean? Oh, because of the content he put out there, perhaps it's changed my perception on how I discipline my kids. So there is a change in my life. I go, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't yell at them because that elicits a flight or what's it called? Flight or fight response.
Yeah.
Maybe I should actually go, hey, come with me. Let's play a game, and I'm going to show you why that was wrong. And then they get the lesson out. I'm just making shit up now.
Yeah, I also reckon there's a lot of impact you have that you never find out about.
Never find out about.
You never find out about.
Yep.
Like
absolutely.
all the people who message and that's great. But like, I reckon there's people who, do you know how much people, just a lot of people who watch stuff who don't engage with it.
Oh, heaps, man. Do you know how many people I've had come up to me and say, man, I watch all your stuff on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and you're like,
I've never seen a like.
Yeah, never seen you engage.
Never seen a like. I would remember.
Yeah.
Like you can sort of tell the people that are always engaging with your content. There was something else I was going to say with that as well.
It's the impact you don't realize. Like,
yes, I have
one video. Like, you could have one video could impact someone in a way where whether you find out or not is irrelevant. The fact that it had that level of impact.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think there is a benefit to finding out just once, because then you're like, oh, like this has just made a massive impact on someone's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In some cases, life-changing.
My word.
It's like, well, how do you stop now?
I had a guy that I was coaching for a little while in Sydney, And then he stopped because of financial strain. He couldn't continue. I was like, yeah, cool, that's fine. But I would do videos around, it was around hardship and difficulties and problems in your business and whatnot. And he would respond. He goes, man, he actually responded. He goes, thank you. I goes, I just needed to hear this today. Like he could have been in a really dark place, like really dark. Maybe he was about to jump off a bridge. And he saw my video and goes, you know what? Let's give it one more day. And that I'm not saying I did. I'm not saying I'm a fucking savior, but
like this guy.
There's a level of that is the sort of impact you could have on someone's life. I get a lot of students messaging me. A lot of students. Hey, man, I love your stuff, blah, blah, blah. I've been watching you for a while. Can I have some advice? And you know what? I answer all of them.
Hey.
Like they send me DMs. Not all. No, I have. I answer probably all of them. And I'm not going to get a single sale from any of them.
You don't know that.
Not today.
Also.
But tomorrow. They could build with me.
I just got an idea.
Work for me.
I just got an idea. Well, actually, you just kind of
touched on it.
Lit a candle on something that I thought about. To talk to you about. At Adelaide, right, at the event.
Yes.
There was a student at the event who was hanging around talking to you at the end, right? And I was sitting there thinking to myself, what if you had it kind of touches on what you were saying last episode about the purple cow and that.
Yeah.
It's like, you're like, how do we do that thing that's kind of different? What if you had a mentorship thing where it's like twice a year, I'm going to take a young kid under my wing, like out of a pool of, because think about this, because then you have like a whole bunch, or you do like not like a free apprenticeship, because apprenticeships cost you money, but like, do you get what I'm saying?
Like an intern?
Kind of like an intern, but not an intern. Kind of like I haven't worked out what the thing is, but something along the lines of someone wins this or something like that. And it becomes the thing of, you're not in position to kind of work with us yet, but I'm going to help you, or I'm going to help a large group get there. Because then that would be, you want to talk about a current affair coming knocking. It's one way to make it happen.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think that would be.
Do you get what I'm saying, though?
No, I do.
You look like you're very.
I do. I reckon I could give it a crack.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of like I'm helping these kids become builders because we need
the next generation.
We need the next generation. And it's like no one's doing it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And yes, I also offer training and stuff and mentoring and but this is the way it works.
Yeah. It's probably not, and that's something I would have to do I'd have to find 5 minutes out of my day to do that. It's a time thing for me at the moment. But yeah, it's definite value in it for sure. Because imagine, I don't know if you remember when you started going for job interviews, when you first got into the workforce, like, do you look back and go, man, I was a dud. Like imagine if you walked into a job interview today. Like I reckon I'd get fucking anything. Any job. Like put me in some sort of CEO type role. Like, no worries.
That's what I thought when I was coming to Australia.
You thought that?
Yeah. And it did not happen.
To get a job?
Yeah, it did not
happen.
happen.
To Legacy Media, your fucking life your dreams came true all at once. And now you're leaving. I'm just based off my experience now and where I'm at in my life. Like I could nail an interview because as a business owner, I know what I want to hear. I know what I want to see out of someone. And imagine I could teach them, hey, let me show you how to fucking nail a job interview. Let me show you how to find the right type of builder, person, whatever to work for or to work with.
You can't pass on experience.
Yes, there's no compression. There's no compression algorithm for experience.
Yeah.
Like you can't just make it. Let's go.
You can share the lessons.
You can share the lessons. That's right. They do need to go through it and do the reps, but there's a lot of people that don't teach that shit anymore. Like I'm sure there's some companies out there that teach you how to interview and how to write a good CV.
There is.
Fucking ChatGPT's there for that now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I paid to have a resume written once.
I think I might have too, to get it professionally
I think it was like
made. And I used to think,
$150.
You'd hear so many things that just keep it short and sweet. No one wants a 14-page resume, which is true, by the way. I don't anyway.
Yeah, so do you? Okay, this is gonna go sideways, but
about the kids thing. So some guy on Quora did the math 9 years ago, and he came to a number of 89.6.
I was fucking close.
Hey, relax.
89.6. I said 93. I said 93 as a laugh.
So it
89
depends
license.
on the
We're not,
area.
No, we're going back.
9 years ago.
For example, United States is 85. That was 6 months ago, and it
think
depends on how
Japan's
developed the country is. So it's
Yeah, that
usually for
would.
developed country, it's 80%. And if it's like a developing country, it can go up to 90, but it's dropping drastically.
Yeah, I reckon, but we'll go into business owners. I reckon a lot of them would, for sure.
You reckon?
As I said, if they're not, they want to or will one day. Is there a percentage that don't? Absolutely. It's people that I know people that don't want kids.
Yeah, me too.
They're in business. Okay. Before we run out of time.
Go to no. I was going to say something then before. What were we talking about before that? Because I had a thing I was about to lean into. Oh yeah,
Let me check the show notes.
resumes.
Oh, yeah.
So if you got 2 resumes, I've been on the
Yeah, that's right. You've been doing it for a while now.
So if you have, I put up a tweet today saying people need to learn how to not talk so much. If you had 2 resumes and one had 1 page and the other one had 14, are you more likely to pick one over the other? I'm not. Couldn't give a shit. Like, I don't care if you chose to put this on 1 page or 14 pages. I care about how long you stuck around in each role.
You'll look at certain sections of it.
Yeah.
You won't read the full 14-page one, though.
I don't read anything on any of them. I just look at the dates for the roles and what the roles were.
You don't look at skill set and what the experience they've had.
That's all. I look at the dates and the roles and what.
Yeah,
they
the
were
roles. That's right. The experience that they were doing.
And then I ask
What they
them
were
about their last 2 jobs.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else matters. I don't care if you're a mechanic 10 years ago. I can't fix cars anymore.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can.
Come
But no, it must be.
No, well,
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter,
yeah.
the old stuff. Oh, you were working there 10 years ago? I didn't care.
Cool. What else? Why else should someone, if they're not building a personal brand, why else should they look at it right now?
I think it helps with confidence.
Yeah. Yep. It'll help you with confidence for sure.
It also, dude, you know what? It forces you to learn more.
Yeah. I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Because now you're like, all of a sudden like, I need to know, you know? I made sure those pilots were female.
That is stuck around.
It's just, I'm trying to make sure I use fact checking properly.
Trying to get on the current affair.
That's so funny. By the way, I'll share the podcast with you if they say it. Yeah, I think it really helps you make sure that you know what you're talking about when it comes to particular things.
Yep.
Especially when you're going to say them publicly, you know what I mean? Like, I know we started off this whole thing about getting shut down for particular things.
Yeah.
And I probably will for that. But like, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm confident in what I say that I actually mean.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
You become a thought leader as well. Like it will help you with your leadership. Like discussing controversial topics. Maybe you genuinely believe that female pilots are no good. But then you go, hang on. Yeah, but imagine you take it a step further and you actually do the research. No, let's talk about it from this point of view. All right? Their reflexes are like, I don't know. Yeah. But you do scientific testing and go deep dive and you find the actual facts of which sex is a better pilot of any aircraft or vehicle or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And you actually go, well, here are the facts now. I'm not just saying this because I'm trying to be sexist or, get women pilots out of the industry.
But if you did that,
you'd be destroyed.
You'd be sexist.
You'd be destroyed.
That's a mission, dude. I didn't even Google it. Like, do you know what I mean? That's how much I don't care. And
There's
also,
actually a study about that, about gender pilots. There is none.
There's none what?
There's no difference between.
Yeah, I'm sure there isn't. The only thing I could think of from if I was like a fighter pilot, so you know how they pull serious Gs? Okay, perfect example why there are no female F1 drivers.
because they're less reactive.
Yeah, there's
Like
that, but it's
slower
also,
reaction.
I reckon there's a level of, also they're pulling some serious Gs. Like you've got to be physically strong, and men are by default physically stronger. So there's probably a level of that.
Nah.
That 100%.
Strength.
What? Are you serious?
Huh?
You will get fucked up in an F1 car.
Me?
Yeah, if you went around the corner, if they, you know how they had those 2 cockpit F1 cars, like you would pass out.
No.
Yeah, most people will pass out. I think it goes.
The Gs they pull in
around
corners
6
are like,
Gs.
yeah, it's like stupid. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
I'd be
The average human
You'd be fine.
I'd be fine.
goes blank around 3 Gs.
Is it?
Yeah.
Average human, please.
Average. Come on.
Get away from
You see this guy eat pizza?
Yeah.
Do you think that's average? Do you think there's anything average about that?
Come on, bro.
That's a lot of cholesterol.
I would not.
Do you eat do you eat the whole pizza? Every time you go and have pizza?
No.
He donates it to a bum.
That's it's not very nice. It's not
Sometimes I'm the
bloody
bum.
It's,
That's it. That's true.
Yeah, I don't always eat it. Sometimes I do.
So we just spoke about that.
Pizzas.
Yeah. Well, no, you're creating content around pizza. Like you can show the other side of you as well, that you are a human being, that you do have other interests outside of business, because that connects. Like you said, a lot of your pizza videos get more views and
just
comments
bigger
and
audience.
likes. Yeah, I know, but it's also showing, cool, Robbie's not just some stuck-up hotshot entrepreneur.
Yeah.
He also does human things, like eats pizza like the rest of us commoners.
Pizza's good, man. Might get a pizza after this.
Here's some advice I would love to give you about a personal brand. And we joked about it this morning at the start of this episode was, take a photo in front of the Lambo, take photos on private jets and shit like that. Don't be disingenuous. Like, don't be a douche. Be yourself. If you genuinely have Lambos and that's what you want your brand to be about, just, hey, look at me in front of my Lambo, that's cool. But if you don't, and you just go and hire a Lamborghini for the weekend just so you can take photos in front of it, so you can put it on your page to go, look how successful I am. You want to be successful like me? Fucking do this.
That's just, it's, life would be so uncomfortable with that facade.
Yes, it would.
Because then
not
it's like,
genuine. You're
what if
trying to
someone
do that.
sees me? What if, and it's like, who
Right.
cares, man?
And people have been caught out with that. They'll take a photo.
they?
Yeah, I've seen stuff where they took a photo in front of a private jet and then jumped on a commercial plane.
Oh,
And
really?
Yeah, I think it was some influencer in America. And they're posting, hey, rolling deep in my G63, whatever the fuck they are called, the G Wing or whatever the fuck they are.
And they're sitting
And they go economy.
middle seat.
Yeah, middle seats wherever they're going. But that's what I mean. Like, you're not being true to yourself. You're not being true to what you're about. The other thing is, don't try and be anyone else other than yourself. So just because you see Gary Vaynerchuk swear on camera, if you don't naturally swear or you're not naturally that way inclined with his personality, don't go out there and go, hey, fuckers, listen to me, because this is what I think is important. And you should think this is important too, because I'm important. Like, it's just not going to come across, and people.
Good. I was very engaged.
Right.
I was like,
You couldn't stop.
was
Get
like-
the camera out.
this is important. I should listen.
Hey, I'm a fucker.
Start a podcast.
Start a podcast. What a great way to do content.
Yeah.
We do short form, long form content. We do the audio aspect of this. There is so many advantages. Like, people say, why do you do podcasts? Where's the money coming? It's not always about that. We're building. That's right. We're building.
Microphones.
Hey, fucking 12 months ago, we did not have a podcast studio or a neon sign. Now we have both.
It's legit. This is a real sign. It's not Photoshop.
Do you want me to touch it?
Nah, don't touch
Oh, I
it.
don't want to. I'm
That's-
scared.
Might be get electrocuted.
That's it. It's real electricity in there.
Real electricity, real lights.
Real life. How good is real life? Can you believe it? Can you believe that this is real life?
That's put it on a t-shirt.
That's a great t-shirt. We've got to get more t-shirts made. D,
Gotta get-
when you're back, I need you to make t-shirts. Sew them yourself.
Yes.
So the advantages, I believe, far outweigh the disadvantages. And with AI now, there's so many. Not all personal brand has to be photos and videos.
It could be blogs.
There's a guy that I follow. I cannot remember his name. He's some fitness guy.
Must have a great personal brand.
Great personal brand. All he posts are tweets on his Instagram page.
Yeah, there's lots of people do that.
There is no photos. There is nothing else. There's his photo, like the little circle of him in the
it,
photo.
yeah.
That's
And he
it.
just-
And he posts tweets every single day about health and fitness. Every single day. And he has hundreds of thousands of followers. This is a guy that probably hates being on fucking camera. And he's found a way to make a living just from reposting a tweet he does and posting it on social media. All right. So you can do that too. It can be a written personal brand. You can now use, what's that website you use to create the video? Where you just type the text in and it creates a video of you looking like you and,
Mid-journey.
yeah, Midjourney. Midjourney.ai. Is that
Oh, the video.
the video thing?
Hey, Jen.
HeyGen.
Yeah.
All right. So you jump on HeyGen now. You can create a video by just putting the text in. It'll be your face, your lips moving, your voice. Yes, It's not 100% refined, but it's fucking close enough.
Pretty good, yeah. And probably
feel
way
that
better
nervous
now
you
than
can
when
do
it
that.
was when you saw it.
There you go. They probably, and rightly so, they should be making improvements. So there are tools now for you to make the game easy to win.
But-
Easier, to win.
I think the biggest thing is you need to connect to why.
Yes, I agree with
Why am I going to do this?
Why are you going to do
am I
it?
gonna get out of 'Cause
What are you
if
going to get out of it?
don't have a reason to do it when it's not fun, you're probably not going to do it.
Yeah, because again, it does take effort too.
Yeah, it's a job.
Yeah, it does. It's part of the process, isn't it? Part of the journey.
Everything takes effort.
Everything worth doing takes effort.
No,
if it was easy, yeah,
Like
but
everything has some level of hard, dude. Do you know what I mean? Everything is shit in some way. Being fat is hard. Having a six pack is hard.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's like everything. Being broke is hard.
Yeah.
Making money is hard.
hard.
Yeah. Going to work is hard. Staying home all day, every day with nothing
Doing
to do
nothing
is
else
hard.
is hard.
Like everything has some level of hard. Pick your
I agree.
fucking
Make it
hard. Yeah. Pick. Pick.
Yep. And you should pick to subscribe to this podcast. It's a choice.
Yeah. That's
Not
the only
listening.
thing that's not hard.
It's not. It will be hard for them if they don't.
Yeah. That's
Their life will be hard.
well played. I'm trying to subscribe now.
That's how we can help. That's how we can help you. That's how we can help others. Is when you subscribe, because many of you listen to this podcast.
Yeah,
Many
and
of you.
this
listen
is
to it.
this is a personal.
This is a huge personal brand journey.
exercise.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
There is the reason we do this day in, day out is exactly for that reason. It's for the personal brand journey that it creates. There are videos, there's content. There is thousands of videos out of us now doing this podcast because of all the content that your team's put together, because of all the stuff that we've been speaking about, and it has helped. It has indirectly resulted in sales for both of us, because people listen to this podcast, they buy tickets to our events, and then they buy the product or service that we're selling at that event or outside of that event. Win-win.
It's real.
It's real.
This is real life.
That's right. All right. I think that's a lot. I think it's a lot to take in. And I think what you need to be doing, let's give you some action items. I want you to post something today. I want you to post something after listening to this episode. And I want you to tag either myself or Robby, so george.passis or robby.chakare.
Don't tag me.
Or or tag $1 Million Days. Definitely. You should tag Robby twice. Tag him twice.
I'll block you.
I know his passcode. I'll unblock you.
He might.
But you should create a piece of content and then tag us in it. I will fucking share that. 100%. 100%. Oh, well, don't listen to this guy. He's not building a personal
I'm
brand.
just telling you the truth.
He is.
I'm just.
He is. He's not a liar.
I'm not going to show you a thing. Female pilots just.
Oh, my God. Where are they? Current affair. Get him in. Let's get him on the podcast.
Get them on. And we're going to bring you more guests as well.
Yes, we are. We've got them lined up. Not that we're not enough. We're more than enough. You are enough.
Too much. Might be too much. Might be too much.
Way too much. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I hope you have $1 million day and cannot wait for next week.
Thanks, everybody.